Hello, just making a little video to show how I join a strip of squares up onto the main patchwork. I try to make the job easy for myself, so I fold the patchwork into a strip and I lay it across the table. With the edge that I'm working on along there, you can see where I've pinned it, so I'm stitching across there. As it gets bigger, a quilt is more difficult to work on, so I fold it in this way, and there's the other end. I lay it across the table, and as I'm working I can move it along until I get to the end. Now I'm going to set the camera up into its little polystyrene holder and try and show you how quickly I can stitch. Right, there we are. That'll do the job. I could do with another pair of hands really. So you should be able to see my hands now. I take my glasses off for this actually, because I do like to be close to the work. I've got an office chair which I can push underneath the table, so I'm over the top of the work. Right, so we'll start it off with not too long a length of cotton. The longer the cotton you use, it gets tangled. Right, so I'm going to take the pins out as I go along. So grasp it between my finger and thumb of that hand, squeeze together and just keep on pulling through. What I do sometimes is flick the cotton over to the side because it gets tangled in the pins. Right, so I can sew very quickly. Very tiny stitches. When I get to the junction where the four corners meet, don't know if you can see this, but I go right into the corners and put an extra stitch in the same place to gather the four corners together. So I've just finished on that corner. I'll go across to the next corner of the next square, put a couple of stitches so that it's a diagonal stitch really. Right, I'm going to move on to the yellow fabric there, put a couple of stitches in the same place and pull it tight to get the corners really tight, and then carry on along. Just adjust the cotton a minute because it's too long. I keep flicking the cotton over my left hand so that I can pull it quickly and it doesn't get caught anywhere. So you can see I can go along quite quickly. I think it's, at the moment, it's taking me about an hour to sew one strip on. The strip at the moment is 21 squares. each time I add a strip it increases by 2. Right, take the pin out because it's in the way. When I pin together I just put the 2 pins, one on each end of the square. Got a bit of cotton tangled up there from the fabric, but it doesn't matter, just stitch it in. Right, and we are arrived at the next corner. Take the pin out because it's getting in the way. Sometimes it does get a bit caught up, but you just have to pick it out of the way. So that's one neat edge with tiny stitches. Well, I hope you found that useful. I find this way of doing it is easy. Some people would like to do it on their lap, I say sit on the settee and maybe watch TV at the same time, but I like to have it on a table in front of me where I can get really close. Bye!